going to demonstrate how to use your remote apps, or as some people call them, cloud apps, and how kind of to interact with your local desktop, and kind of show you some of the basics on how to function between the cloud environment and the local environment. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what most people do when they first log on to their computer to use remote apps or cloud apps. Most people use their email a lot, so we're going to open up email. One thing you may be presented with here is if you don't have a signed certificate, you may be prompted to run an application or whatever it is. That we don't have to worry about that generally. These are private applications, so you can just select these boxes not to remind you again. We're going to put our credentials in here, since this is the first time I'm using the cloud app here on this computer. I'll use my test account here. And if you'd like, you can check to remember your credentials. That way when you open up your applications, you don't have to continue to enter your credentials, but I'm not going to do that here. And you may not want to do that if it's a computer that is shared with other individuals. And it'll just take a second. The speed of this depends on your connection speed, obviously, but there is a little bit of lag generally when you're using a remote app. The first initial connection takes some time, and it should eventually pop up here on our screen. And I'm just going to run through the setup here, since I have not used this account before in Outlook. It auto-populates all of my information. Click finish. And now I have a cloud application up and running. Once you make your first initial connection with the first program or your first remote app, the ones that you launch after this one, they usually open up pretty quickly. You'll see Word will launch pretty fast here. Again, I haven't logged into this profile before, so all this stuff is just the initial steps of setting up your computer, or I'm sorry, your profile on the cloud. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to interact with the desktop, your local desktop, using the cloud. Now when we click on the Explorer icon here, this is going to open up your Cloud Explorer. Now the items that you see here, your desktop, your downloads, documents, etc., these folders are actually reside on the server, the cloud server, for your profile. So not to be confused with your files here, which look the same, but you can tell which application you're looking at because the cloud applications will have the little icon on them here at the bottom, notifying you that it's a remote application. So a lot of people wonder how do I scan something to my local computer and get that file, the PDF file, the Word document, the image, the pictures that I take, that I load onto my local computer that end up in my pictures folder. How do I get those files to cloud directories or email attachments? Well, the nice thing about the cloud application, whether it's run through an app, a published app, or if you're using the RD Web, is that the copy and paste functionality is there, providing that your administrator has activated that, and that your drives are mapped automatically for you, just like your printers when you log in. So to see what we have available to us, we can expand our computer here on the left hand side, and you'll see this local disk here, these drives here, these local drives are actually drives that are on the server, and these are network drives that are mapped on the server for your profile, and you can see that by the name of the machine here. Now, as we get down a little farther, if local drive mappings are activated, you'll see your local C, D, E, and G drive from your local hard drive that are being transferred or remapped rather to the cloud server. So you have access to your local drive, and you can simply click on that and browse. Now these are local files that are on this computer that I'm on. So say for example we wanted to take and attach a document or a picture file that we've loaded locally here from this computer and put it in the cloud version of the email. We can click to create a new message, and I'm going to take this file, and notice that the drag and drop feature does not work. You'll get a little icon there displaying that you will not be able to do that. However, if you right click and select copy and come into the body of your email and select paste, it will attach the document. So the copy and paste feature works from the cloud to your computer and vice versa. So if you were to send this to yourself, or someone were to send you an email, you should get it here and you saw how I attached that to the email. In the same fashion, we can copy the attachment from email and paste it locally. Now I've already got this file on my desktop, so if you choose copy and replace, it's basically it just replaces the file. But showing you what we're doing here, it allows you to copy and paste back and forth from the cloud applications to your local computer. So if you were to set up scanning with an HP printer or some other type of printer, and your scanned documents or images show up, they'll show up either in PDFs or TIFF images generally, and a lot of times they go into your pictures file. We can take those, and let's go over to our Cloud Explorer here, and we will say that we wanted to put them in a directory here. Oh, I don't have access to that particular file. Let's just use our local files here. So we'll say we'll use our pictures directory. Again, this is the cloud application, Windows Explorer Cloud, and this is our server files, the pictures file on our server, and we've got local pictures here or files, whatever these represent to you. These can be PDF files or Word documents, and we'd like to get those and transfer them to the server. So we can select, hold down the control key, or if you only want to do one, you can do one. We're going to select these 5 here, and right click on any one of them, select copy. We're going to come over to the cloud and select paste, and I'm right clicking here to get this up. You should be able to see that on the video. And now the files that were on our local machine are now transferred to the cloud. And you can, like I said, you can do this with any application that's on the cloud. You can even open up local documents. If you were in Word and you wanted to open a document, you can select your computer and browse the drives. Now for Windows Vista, Windows 7, and Windows 8, you can dig down to your documents, your local documents folder, by going to the C drive and selecting users and selecting your username. And let's go to my pictures file. Oh, I don't have any documents in here actually, so I don't have any Word documents. Let's try, we'll save one here. We'll just call this test. We'll save as, we'll save it to our local computer in our documents library. We'll save it as test.docx. Alright. Now, say I wanted to get that document that I just created in the cloud. I'm going to copy that. And put it into my documents folder here, so that I can demonstrate how this all works. All right, I'm going to close Word and start over so that I can show you exactly how this functions. All right, so we want to work with a document that is on our local computer that someone emailed you or you got off of a USB stick or something. And we're going to open a document from the cloud. Now this is the cloud app that we're in right now. And we're going to dig down to our local hard drive. Select users, your username, and you can find your username generally by clicking on the start button, and you'll see it there. Clicking on my documents, and there's the document that is on our local computer. If you click open, it's going to open that document from our local hard drive using the cloud application. Alright, that demonstrates that. And one more time, demonstrate how to copy and paste documents to your email messages from the cloud. This is a cloud application, Microsoft Outlook running in the cloud, or cloud app. I'm going to go into our pictures file. Actually, that is a wrong pictures file. Here we go. And we're going to select, right click, copy, and paste right into our email. And that's really all there is to using cloud applications. You just have to be able to understand the relationship that your computer has with the server. It's not as hard. After you use it for a little while, you kind of get used to it. But don't be confused with the application that's running. If you are, you can come down here to the bottom of your taskbar and look and see, is this an application that's running locally? And you can see this by the icon here. So very simple to copy from your local computer and transfer to any of the cloud drives that you have available to you. I don't have rights to any of these folders with this account, but you'd be able to copy and paste all of your documents. And that's really all there is to it.